around. It's something that I just can't understand, the way I behave. Some people you can never save. In my right hand, got a girl on my ear, and on my left hand, throwing back a beer. What can I say? On me, you see clear.
If you remember, when we last left our intrepid group, you had determined that Terrance was being fed from the Nevernever. You'd all kind of gathered up to try and figure out how to stop this haunting. Jody had drawn a circle to do a ritual spell to tear a hole in reality that would allow you to enter the Nevernever. And you had stepped through just in time to see this kind of rocky seascape. There was ocean to the left of you and a big stone cliff, looks kind of like granite, and a stone, what can only be really called a wizard's tower, rising out of the beach and running along the side of the stone cliff. And howling towards you were 4 specter-like creatures that very much look like, if you've ever seen the Harry Potter movies, look like Dementors, except these guys carry scythes, so they're not just going to come up to you.
Than Dementors.
Yeah, they're cooler Dementors, more Grim Reaper-y Dementors, if you will. And they were screaming also, "We must protect the master." Of course, maybe they were more going, "We must protect the master," as they come shrieking towards you. So that's probably what it looks like.
All right.
So that means that we're kind of in combat. The tower does have a door on it. It's a big wooden door, and there are 4 specters hurtling towards you. Check your alertness, because that will determine when you go.
I'm going to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't have any.
I have alertness +1, just so y'all know.
+1.
I have a +2.
You don't want me going first. You get +2?
Perhaps be going to
Anybody have a +2?
+2?
Okay. Who's got +2? You?
Yeah, +2.
I'm at 2 as well.
Okay, you're also at 2. Jody, where were you at?
+1.
+1. Okay, so +2s. The specters have a +2 as well, but I'm going to allow the player characters to go first just because that seems more important. All right, so you've got these specters. They're shrieking towards you, black cloaks streaming out behind them, scythes aimed and poised to attack. You get the feeling they plan to do you ill. So which one of you wants to respond?
I'll let you go first.
Okay.
I think you have more range, so I'll let you set the
How
field.
far away are they? Yeah.
They're closing fast. These things are very, very quick. You think they'll probably be within combat, a melee range of you within maybe a couple seconds. Conflicts like this, exchanges are kind of nebulous on time frame, so
Gotcha.
they're going to be close enough you can attack them in this round. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll throw a kinetic blast.
Okay. You make a discipline roll because you're in the Nevernever.
Sounds badass. Kinetic blast. Ooh, nice.
It's a
Ooh, that is a
2
good roll.
plus the discipline.
Right.
+7.
Wow, so you got a +7 attack. Let's see. Their defense is going to, I think, be probably athletics. Their defense is +3. Okay, so they got a 5. So you do 2 stress to the one that you're attacking. I'm going to designate him as number 1. He takes a stress 2 hit.
And there were 3?
There's 4.
4.
Right. All right. Your turn, sir.
All right, I'm gonna charge into the fray. Gonna do this big leaping strike, but as I'm midair, I reach into the sides of my jacket, my leather jacket, and spiky brass knuckles appear. And I'm gonna take a swing at one.
Okay. Cool. Make your
Fists?
Yes.
Don't do me dirty, dice. Well, they didn't do me great.
Well, only -1. That's not too bad. What is your weapon with the spiky brass knuckles? Your weapon rating, I should say.
The weapon rating is 1.
Okay.
My fist skill is 4, though.
Okay.
So I get a +4 to hit, right?
Right. Well, so you get +4. Their defense is +3. Well, okay. So +4 and then -1, so you got a total of 3.
Got a total of 3.
Okay, so they're defending against you with athletics, which again is a +3. Oh, he defends against you as you take a swing at him. He kind of flows out of the way, and you tear a hole in his cloak, but you don't hit anything of substance. So there you go. All right, so that was +2.
They did
The
my dirty.
evil, nasty things also have a +2. The first one's going to come swooping towards you. The attack is +4. So you have a 6. Oh, I'm sorry. A 5 attack coming in at you. You can use athletics to defend, or if you want to try and throw up a shield, you could also do that. Oh wait, you can't throw up a shield. I'm sorry, because you've already taken your attack, so you have to just defend. Probably going to be athletics defense.
Okay, then it's just a straight up roll.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you got a +1.
So but you had a 5 against me.
Right.
So I take 4.
Ooh, what was your wait? So what was your athletics? 0. All right. So you take a. Do you have what's your physical track look like?
Yeah, not good because I have no endurance.
Okay. So
I have 1 endurance.
right. What you'll need to do is take a minor consequence.
Okay.
It can be something like these things are swinging their scythe at you. Oh, wait a minute. What did he beat you by?
4.
Yeah, this is a little worse than that.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
The scythe is actually a weapon 4, so you take 8. Okay, it'll be a weapon 8 attack. Now you can take what's your physical stress? You have 2.
Yeah, well, I have endurance of 1, so...
Okay, so you have a 3. All right, so what you'll have to do is take a consequence. Now, if you look under consequences at the bottom, if you take a minor consequence, then that knocks off 2 of that stress.
Okay.
If you take a... What's the next consequence down?
Moderate.
Moderate, that'll knock 4 off.
Okay.
The one underneath that will knock 6 off.
I guess that's what I have to take.
That's pretty much it. And is that a severe consequence?
Severe consequence.
Okay, so severe consequence is something like he has just, almost gutted you with this scythe. I'll let you figure out what kind of, or, probably not lopped a hand off, but, sucking chest wound. What kind of consequence do you want to take?
Probably I tried to do this. He probably cut me through the arm, and
I'm going to say probably, cut to the bone.
Yeah.
Let's do that. And so that's your severe consequences, cut to the bone.
So is there no way that if our turns aren't here yet, that we could have blocked to intervene for him?
I don't think you get a chance to block for him until your turn, though. I think that's right. So you'll have to wait until it's your turn to go. Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to stop any of that.
Right.
It's not
no,
like
I don't think so.
yeah,
Not yet.
reaction.
Now, next turn you could. You could decide to block him for next turn, but that's pretty much it. Ouch, you're hurt. Now, that took off 6 out of that 8, and then you have to take a 2 stress hit.
Yeah.
Not 2, no, just the circle for 2.
Yeah.
Because if you take a 1 stress hit, you mark off the 1 circle. If you take a 3
Gotcha.
stress hit, you mark off the 3 circle. So, yeah.
Oh, right.
Right.
Gotcha.
So that ouch, you're hurt, okay? You're bleeding everywhere. That's hopefully not your trombone arm, so that would be bad.
Be bad.
Right.
Well, you both of them.
Yeah.
Little do they know he's been practicing solo on.
That's right. Yeah. Just really working on his embouchure. So the second one
incredible play with
attacks
your foot.
Volt. Oh, well, you take an attack at 3, Kyle, and you're going to need to defend with probably fists or athletics, either one.
A little better. So it's +1, so I got a 5 athletics.
Okay, he missed you. Okay, because he only got a 3. Okay, yeah, you block to the side as he swings in with his scythe. Probably catch the haft and knock it to the side, maybe with your knuckles and push it to the side. Okay. The other 2 come shrieking in. One of them comes in towards you, Jody. Oh, here we go, Jode. You have a 7 strength attack coming in. You're going to need to defend with either athletics or what are you going to?
He is so mean.
If you can,
Happy birthday.
yeah, right. If you draw your sword, you can defend with weapons. I mean, they are swinging a weapon at you.
Yeah.
Party.
So I
First comment.
TPK.
sorry, can't
That's okay,
defend you.
that's fine.
So
Yep.
quick.
Okay, pull your
whip
sword
out
out of
my
the
sword.
umbrella. She pulls a silver sword out of an umbrella.
Yes. Okay. So it's a weapon 6.
Volt will remember that.
That's right.
I don't know what's wrong.
So it's a weapon 6, and I have weapons at 3.
No. Don't worry about the weapon 6. Okay, and it's only weapon 3. It's weapon 6 once per session. Or maybe it's 2 times per session, something like that.
I have 3 times per session.
Okay, so that's the damage. We're not worried about damage right now. So you have +3 in weapons? Mm-hmm. Okay, you've got to beat a 7.
Yeah.
Would you like to tag an aspect that maybe might help you? I don't know if you have a aspect that would help you.
Maybe I should do a spell instead.
Well, you could do that. You could do a block. Well, okay, you haven't actually gotten to your turn yet. I'm not sure you get a block.
Oh.
You just defend.
I guess I'll do the weapon thing then.
Okay. Roll well. -1, so that'll
Not
be a
great.
2. Any aspects you can tag that might give you some bonuses or anything?
Let me see. Warden.
Wardens are trained in spell, or excuse me, sword use, so yes.
Related to a syndicate leader? No, I'm kidding.
If you were shooting things, I'd probably give you that one, but yeah.
Ride the lightning into the ground? No, that's just
Yeah,
more.
really,
So I guess 1. I have 1 thing to tag.
give me your... If you're going to tag it, they'll give you a +2.
Cost of 8 points.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes. So, what does that make your final total?
so 3,
Plus.
4,
So
5, 6.
Okay, so a 1. Now remember, it is a weapon 4 attack, so you're still going to take 5 damage. But, right, because what it is,
Well, what does the 6 do? The 6 I just did.
he got a 7 to hit you.
Oh,
Right. So now you're only +1, only 1 different, and then you don't have another aspect you can tag. I don't know of one.
oh.
I mean, maybe you know of one.
No.
So you take a 5 stress hit. You could take a minor consequence and then take a 3 stress hit, and I think you'll cover it.
Okay.
Yeah, use a pencil. Don't use a pen.
I'll take a minor consequence.
Okay. What kind of minor consequence? Grazed.
Yeah, sounds good to
Yeah,
me.
nicked on your arm, or something like that.
Yeah, I'll go with the grazed.
Okay, grazed. All right.
And that goes down here?
Mhm.
Minus the -2 or the minus...
The -2. I believe you have an extra minor consequence also because you have so much stuff.
I don't see that.
What's your endurance at? Your skill endurance 4. You have
4.
1 extra minor consequence.
Right.
Yeah, because I have that as well.
Right.
So that means what? I get 2 of these bubbles?
Right. You get 2 of those little bubble thingies right there, so that's fine.
Okay. All right.
So you're grazed. You also have to take a stress 3 hit on your physical. So just yeah, right. You got it. All right. So the last one is attacking Miranda because you're also brandishing a sword. Okay. So you're taking a +3 attack. So you're using weapons or
Weapons.
okay.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Too easy.
Well, it's +5.
Okay, so you tied,
Okay. Tied.
Hey, you're doing better than the rest of
which
us.
means you will take a strength 4 attack.
Ooh,
'Cause meets
that's
it, beats
still
it,
pretty.
right.
So
High.
just take a stress 4 bubble, mark it out,
Okay.
and you're good.
Stress 4.
Under physical.
Oh.
Right. So you didn't have to take a consequence, you're fine.
Okay. Okay, we're good.
We'll talk about how to get rid of consequences in a minute for sure. All right, so that's the nasties here. That brings us to anybody at a +1. That's you and you. And when do you go?
0.
Okay, so who wants to do something?
You want to go?
Sure. Okay. So in +1, I have the sword in one hand, and I'm going to ice knives
Okay,
with the other.
all right. So you're casting an evocation spell. Roll your discipline. Ooh.
8.
+8. Wow, that's a good
Nice.
solid hit. Are you going after the same one that Chuck went after, or are you going after the one that's after you? Probably want to go after the one that's after you.
Did
Yeah.
he hurt the one that was going after him at
A
all?
little bit, yes.
I believe in attacking the ones that are
Okay,
hurt
so you can hit a
first, so
different
I'm
one.
gonna,
All right.
yeah.
So, okay, you did 8 points of damage to it, right? Same one that he was on? Okay. You ice knives. Now, you take a dot on your Nevernever stress for casting the spells. Just, you have 4 little bubbles at the bottom, so just put a tick mark at the bottom, okay? Yeah. You fling your hand out, and the ice knives come flying out. They shred this creature, and it lets out a shriek, and then smoke puffs out of it, and its scythe drops to the ground and kind of falls apart. Okay. You notice that the scythe immediately turns into this just kind of, it's like it rapidly ages now that it's no longer being held and just turns into brittle wood and then rusts away within a matter of seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so that brings us to...
You kill one.
Creepy little Grim Reaper things come out, swing his eyes, like, oh, good lord, oh, God.
Gun!
Gun.
Okay.
So,
that'd be a guns check if you're going to shoot it with your special magic revolver.
I'm going to shoot at the one that's attacking our warden.
Okay.
And his biggest problem earlier today was a cold spot in his house.
All right.
How things have escalated.
Oh, I got it. It's over here. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. +2.
Nice.
My guns is 2, so 4.
Okay. 4. He has to roll a defensive roll, which is 3. Wow. Okay, so he gets a 2. So what was your total? 4.
4.
So you beat him by 1. What is your weapon rating on your pistol?
Is a 4.
Wow. So you've done a 5 strength attack on him. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Make this number 2. He soaks it on his second and third stress track bubble. So yeah. Okay. That brings us to +0s.
Yay!
Draw
Alright.
your sword of the.
Yeah, pulled that out. When we were first coming in here and I was like walking into battle, I hit my Smite playlist on my AirPods. And it's just like Jesus Walks With Me by Kanye West is playing, and I'm like,
Nice.
take a swipe from this guy. And okay, so real quick, sorry, technical
Oh,
question.
no problem.
The phases of my turn are I can move and attack, or move or attack.
You can move, but if you want to change zones, it gives you a -1 to your attack. Now, the only other zone you really see is probably inside the tower. And that door is closed right now.
Can I move within the zone that I'm in?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It would Bunk be in my zone?
Yes.
I
yes.
want to move in a defensive position.
Okay. So you're going to try and defend Bunk. Are
Right.
you going to throw up a block or attack? Because if you can get close to him, but unless you throw up a block, you're really not going to be helping him much.
I'm gonna throw up a block.
So for a defensive maneuver, make sure I understand how that works. What you will need to do is roll probably your weapon skill.
Okay.
I think that's probably reasonable.
Ooh. Okay, that is 3.
-3, right?
Well,
minus
it's
2.
+5, and then
Okay.
-2 is 3.
So basically, she steps in front of you, draws her sword, and is ready to defend you, okay? So anything that's trying to hit him is going to need to get a +3 or higher. Now, before we stop, these things have a pretty high attack. You might want to tag an aspect to give you a re-roll.
Okay, can I tag raise the shield against the fiery darts of evil?
Yeah, that sounds
nice.
perfect. You can't get much better aspect than that. So go ahead and re-roll, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's much better.
Much better. So
Okay,
7.
so 7, right. So you got a 7 defensive block in front of you, so the things have to beat a 7 to hit you. So that's pretty good. Okay, cool. I believe that brings us to the +2s again. So that's you guys.
You want to go again?
No, I'll let you go this time.
I'm bleeding internally.
Yeah.
So, changing forms.
Right.
Can I do that and attack?
I'm going to say it does not take an action then because it doesn't seem to specify.
I'll also, before we get into it, so you said you can move and attack, like change zones and attack.
Right.
Would, if it does take a full action, would I be able to change just attack at like a minus, kind of like how you do with the zone shifting?
Yeah,
and
pretty
fighting?
much, yeah.
Okay,
Right.
alright, cool. Yeah, so, dragon.
Okay.
I see Bunk.
So like full-fledged dragon, or were you dragon human? What are we thinking here?
Yeah, let's do dragon human.
So wings sprout, you get kind of the reptilian head, yes,
Yeah,
and
get
the
my claws.
scaly kind of looking. All right.
Yeah, very
Dragonborn
much.
With wings, kind of vibe.
Argonian with wings
Thinking
and claws.
the D&D 5th edition Dragonborn
Yeah,
kind of
Dragonborn,
thing,
something
right?
like
Gotcha.
that. That
Okay.
makes it way cooler.
Mhm.
because they killed my boys for some reason.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, I see the egregious one. I was like, oh, this is real shit. Like, I better up the ante.
Okay.
And
And you've got one on you.
is the one in front of you dead?
No.
I'm
sorry, it is.
It
is?
Jody killed it, so now the one on
Okay.
Jody is there, the one on you is there, and the
I'll
one
attack
on
the
you
one
is
in front of me then.
Okay,
Once I see that he's taken care of, I'll dragon and go for another strike.
there. Gotcha.
Hopefully, rolling better this time. God. Fate point. I'm done with this.
What are you tagging? What aspect?
So kind of a funny one first to see if it works. This district isn't big enough for the two of us.
Sure. I like that. I like that. Okay, go ahead. You can either re-roll or add +2. Your choice. Right now, probably re-roll's better.
Yeah, I think so. Unless I get all negative.
Well, we'll hope not.
You know what?
Well, that's not all negatives, that's for sure. Well, that's even. That's all right. That's still even. Come on. Oh, well, hey, that's better.
It's better.
It's
Yeah.
all even. What was your now? What are you doing? Are you clawing them?
Yeah, claw attack. So it's still fists.
Okay. What did we get?
So it's just gonna be a 4.
Okay, well you tied them. What is your weapon rating on your claws?
So, in human strength plus claws is stress 4.
Right. So your weapon 4. So they have to soak. Now, are you?
Oh wait, hang on.
Huh?
Sorry. My claws work as a weapon too,
Okay.
and because of my inhuman strength, I get +2 stress.
Right. So
Damage.
it's still weapon 4. You had it right. Okay. So this one has to soak up stress 4 attack. Right.
I look like a dragonborn from 5e.
Okay,
That's
so
new.
the one that you claw attacked is taken out as well. You slash your claws through it and ripping to shreds the different, cloak that it's wearing. And again, the same thing happens with the scythe that falls to the ground, rapidly turns to dust, and it's gone. Okay? All right, that
I
brings...
let out a big dragon roar. Yeah.
All right, that brings us...
Okay.
I guess there was a volt after all.
I just realized Miranda
So-
didn't know.
I'm probably
He's a
going to
dragon,
throw up
and
my shield.
probably-
Okay.
Because, I just got here.
Well, she's
I don't think
blocking you,
anybody knows.
remember.
Okay,
so
that's true.
Yeah.
So I'll attack.
Okay, go for it.
Connect
Like,
blast.
oh, okay.
Boom!
Let's totally roll.
Yeah, this one.
What's your
discipline? 5, so 6.
All right,
Nice.
you take one out. You'll probably grab your little
The
mouthpiece,
mouthpiece, and
and this wave of force rolls out from you, and you see this thing shatter into 1,000 pieces. The cloth falls to the ground, and you notice the bones come flying out, and then again the scythe falls to the ground and rapidly dissipates. So there's one left, and that brings us to the +1s.
Okay. So in +1, where is the other one? Is it on?
It was attacking
Bolt?
Miranda.
Oh, it's on Miranda. Okay, so I'm gonna turn to Miranda and
Attack it.
ice bolt again.
Okay, go for it. So you just roll discipline to attack. What's your discipline?
5.
Okay, so you did a 3 strength strike.
Yes. boo.
Okay, it's going to try and defend. It does, so it got a 4, so it's able to nimbly dodge out of the way of your ice bolts. You take another point on your Nevernever track. Okay. Oh yeah, you should have taken a point on your Nevernever track for that, which again is just kind of underneath there. It doesn't
Can
matter.
I use a fate point?
To do what? What aspect are you tagging?
Wizard.
Okay, well, I'm fine with that. Okay.
That was chaotic.
Okay, roll again then if you'd like.
Oh, that doesn't just give me +2?
Well, okay, you can just have +2.
Yeah, that's what just.
So what did you roll total
3,
initially?
so that would give me a 5.
Okay, and it
Against
rolled a
their
4,
4.
so you do a 1-point strike on it. Okay.
You don't want to roll again? Your rolls are normally so good.
Yeah,
Where I
right.
got my genes from.
All right. Wow. Guess you shouldn't have rolled again. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, glad you get to +2.
I
Yeah.
chose
Yeah.
wisely.
Woo, you did.
Saying.
That is nice.
All right. So Darwin.
So me.
Yeah,
I
so
chose to
you.
re-roll and came up about this.
Oh, good lord, lizard man.
+2.
Attack the lizard! Gojira!
No, please don't shoot me.
Gojira. I'm gonna.
Guns attack. Right?
I'm imagining his gun, but he's like,
Yeah. I mean,
Now,
like,
I
what
seem to remember this
even?
thing. You only get 5 uses per session.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I was just making sure.
He gets a reroll for distracting
like
him halfway
ammo?
through his roll.
No.
Not a call. We weren't talking his back.
So
So it's like ammo.
Yeah, it's basically like ammo, yeah.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
why it's a revolver.
so it gets 5 attacks. Right.
That's all.
Yeah, 5-round revolver.
Like that.
Nice.
That's very cool.
So what was your attack roll then with guns?
Oh, that would be a 3.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh no.
Any aspects you can tag?
Wait for him to roll.
Quick draw McGraw,
I don't know if that's how it works.
Just kidding.
Demand he attack.
I want to see your dice first.
Please.
Looking at this, the only one that makes sense to me is Barrett makes it better because I figured I got the gun from Barrett.
All right, I'll go with it. Give me a fate point real
Yeah,
quick,
there you
and
go.
I'll
I like
give you a
that.
+2.
Yeah.
That's
So now you're at 5, and now he's going to try and defend with athletics. So here we go. I got a 4. So
Okay.
what was the weapon rating on your?
4.
Oh, okay. So you get a 5, and that'll take out the last one. This one you hit it with your magical ammo, and it hits it right in the. I guess probably
Makes me think of
the head. There's an
revolver from
explosion as
Supernatural.
the back of the cloak blows outwards, and everything drops to the ground. So you've destroyed these 4 guard specters. Only thing between you and the tower is
A lizard man.
No, rocky ground and a big wooden door.
Wait,
there.
it's still me, boom.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
Except because I'm like,
I can still speak.
oh, you can.
Well-
Are you sure?
Well,
Yeah, you can.
can I? Because
Yeah,
it's
you can.
dragon.
Well, but you're dragon human. So if you
Dragon
went
human.
full-fledged dragon, maybe
Full-fledged
not.
dragon, it should be
Maybe not.
dragon speak, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, reptile speak, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parcel
all right.
tongue.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so what are you gonna do?
So we're clear.
ow.
We're clear.
Sorry, Buck, you look hurt.
I'm hurting.
Actually, several people. You took a minor consequence, right, Jody? So this
Yeah.
might be a good time to
Yeah.
maybe bandage wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we just get the bandage? I mean, it's
Right.
not
Is there a
like.
medicine skill?
Actually, I think they're.
There is.
Oh, I've got a cheat sheet. Why don't I just use that?
cheat sheet, sweet sheet.
I use the aspect love covers all.
Can I use resources?
There is not a medicine skill. I don't think.
Yes.
I pull out a box of band-aids.
The skill is called Mama Ain't Raising No Bitch.
I'll use my rapport to distract them from the pain.
Well, the basic thing that you want to do is you really actually can't
pain.
heal yourself. What you do is now that you're binding your wounds, you can begin to heal. So we change yours from being gutted, almost, or cut to the bone to arm
Bleeding
is
out.
bandaged tightly, or lots of bandages on my left arm, or something like that.
Okay, so
Gimp
rip
arm.
a shirt or something and wrap his arm.
Right, and so yours would be something like, instead of being what did you write down for it?
Was I supposed to write something down?
Yeah, because you took a minor consequence.
I took a minor consequence. My minor consequence
You was
was.
Exhausted.
I was
Lightly grazed or something?
Grazed.
Grazed. So
Yeah.
you're changing it to bandaged up, okay, or wounds are closed, or whatever, something like that. The thing is, the aspect needs to be something that shows that you've started healing.
okay.
Right. Because
So
yours will be
bandaged.
healed in one scene. Since yours is a severe consequence.
We had talked about it before, and you had said something about it being, I don't know, maybe actually being the start and recovery process thing, but I have 2 health potions.
Okay. Did we say exactly what they did?
Not at all.
Okay. We can actually have them lessen the severity of one of the consequences.
Okay.
So his would no longer be severe, it would just be moderate if you gave him a health potion. Yeah. Okay.
The only thing I was worried about was severe.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Well, there's one step above
Sever is
that.
very close to
Yeah, I saw
severe.
that.
Yeah, the one step above that is it's a -8 to your damage that you take, but it changes one of your aspects.
Like you.
Yeah, lost an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I would be a trombone player.
Yeah,
you
it's
would be
pretty
kazoo
serious.
player, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Is it a kazoo player?
Yeah. Okay. So that brings us to you've wrapped up your arm. Yours will be gone at the end of the next scene. yours will be gone at the end of the next scenario. Basically, probably by the next time we play, you'll be feeling better because he gave you a health potion. So, rocky coastline, cliff, wizard's tower, big wooden door at the bottom of the wizard's tower, and of course, the big nasty wraiths seem to have dissipated into nothingness. What are you going to do?
I say we head towards the door of the tower.
Okay.
I want to investigate the bodies.
Do we?
Well, their bodies
dissipated.
disappeared.
Okay.
The only thing that was there was
So the
basically
clothes weren't left, or the bones weren't left. Or
no,
anything?
completely disappeared. They're kind of just they were wraiths, maybe ghosts, maybe something that had been summoned to protect the master. You're not sure what. Yeah.
Do you know anything about this master person?
Nope.
Doesn't ring any bells. Yeah.
Going up to the doors. So as a
I'm not
warden,
sure why
do
they
you
would be
frequent towers?
No, actually, the White Council lives in Edinburgh in tunnels underneath a hill that originally was owned by the Fae.
All right, so let's go knock on that door.
Later, we're gonna talk about whatever this is.
Why?
You can switch back.
We're all obviously magical of some sort.
Yeah, of some sort. Okay. Anyway.
You go over and knock on the door.
All right.
Yeah.
You knock on the door, and when you do, both doors swing wide open, but the only thing you can see on the other side is darkness. There's nothing that you can see. Even the light, the kind of the dim light that's coming in from outside just is completely stopped by this blackness.
Is it open inward or outward?
Inward.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I say,
Whap! Ooh.
I'd be very concerned if it opened outward, like against us. Like,
No,
what
inward.
is moving this door?
Well, that's the thing. She knocks on it, and the doors just kind of go inside, but all that you see is just black, just darkness. The light that's around you just is absorbed by this darkness. You're not sure what's going on.
So, in evocation, how would I create? Could I create light with like spirit or?
You can just create light. It's just
I
kind
can?
of yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you remember in the books, Harry just did flickumbicus and just create light, and it's not even a real spell.
Flickumbicus.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Is that because of Bic lighters?
Right.
Yes.
No, it's Latin. Flickumbicus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, because that was the first thing I was like, yeah, I can do that too.
That would be a very,
Yeah,
very
big
Dresden thing to do, honestly.
Yeah, he used a lot of kind of English Latin phrases, so whatever you want to do. Yeah. Do you want to create light? You could probably make your sword glow.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, you make your sword glow, and again, the illumination
goblins are near.
doesn't even cut through the darkness. It's almost like it's a solid wall of darkness.
It said orcs or goblins are near.
Yeah, right.
Oh God.
I would
I'm not
like.
too sure about going into the thick darkness.
It's pretty dark.
I want to stealth into the thick darkness.
Make me a stealth check.
All right. Because I have stealth as my dragon form. Or maybe I don't.
-2.
He
Don't
tries
worry,
to walk
guys, I
in.
got this. Covers himself with wings. Just walks in.
If I can't see them, they can't see me.
That's the way it works.
So +1 on my stealth roll.
All right.
So not great.
He steps into the darkness. I will hold off on what he sees until the rest of you decide what
There's
you
like
want
a
to do.
clatter.
I'm just gonna
So when he
put my
walked,
hand.
when he walked through, did it just envelop him?
Yeah, and then
Or
he was just gone. Again, he stepped into the darkness. The darkness kind of enveloped him, and he was just
no
gone.
scream.
No, not that you know of.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put my hand through like the pane of the darkness and
It's just
see
kind
if there's.
cold and
Cold?
chilly. It's not cold like the brooch you guys made, but it's just kind of cool and like almost
Darwin.
like yeah.
I think this is a portal to your house.
Now his house is nice now. It's happy, shiny, happy.
Sorry, that makes me feel very concerned.
His house is shiny, happy people now.
weirdest day.
Oh God!
Why is my
God.
house connected to a wizard tower with Nevernever?
Right? That would be really bad. Make you definitely concerned.
I'm gonna say, Vol, can you hear me?
You don't hear anything.
Like, all right, well, guys, I think it's plunge time,
All right.
and I'm gonna just like do one of these and
Step through.
step through.
All right. What about the rest of them?
In for penny, in for a pound.
Yeah. We're walking through.
Darwin?
We're just walking
You-
into a deadly trap.
Yeah,
It's gonna
right.
be
Stay on
still.
the beach.
I shouldn't have followed my lead.
I'm staying on the beach.
Darwin's like, I
Reload
was
my
making a
revolver.
sandwich.
It's like one of those moments you're like, everyone walks through, like, looks around, is like, I don't want to be here either.
You step through.
Yeah, I don't know.
Volt, you step through into the living room of this little shotgun house. Sitting on the
literally
couch.
is.
Yeah, literally. You're sitting there. You step through, and you have this strange feeling. I need you to make a discipline roll.
You feel a sudden chill.
Yeah.
You hear voices.
It's a weird laboratory.
Mommy, Dad, where's my pinky?
I'm just rolling so bad tonight. I came out to a 0.
Okay. You step through and you look around, and you're wearing like jeans, and your skin color is much darker than you remember, and you are wearing a t-shirt, and there's
No scales.
no scales at all. You actually look like maybe an 8 or 9 year old young boy. And you go in, and there's a boy sitting on the couch, and he looks like he has maybe it's a PlayStation 2, and he's playing for all he's worth on the TV. And he says, I can't beat this level. Terrance, you do this. And he hands you the controller. And you're like, I can do this. I beat this level all the time. So you sit down on the couch and start playing. And sure enough, you start beating the level. At which point, the rest of you step through the doorway. Jody, you are yourself, but like maybe 7 or 8 years old. You see Terrance sitting on the couch, playing a video game next to another little boy you think you remember as being Leon. You're not sure. Behind you come in a couple other kids from the neighborhood. They're all in the various ages of 6, 7, 8 years old. There's a girl you remember from the neighborhood called Lori. There's Bob, and there's Daryl. Okay, so you're all kids walking in, and as soon as you come in through the front door, and this is the door you just were at when you were talking, Miss Clara comes walking from the kitchen, and she says, oh my goodness, everybody's over here. I bet you all want something to eat or drink. I'll go get something in the kitchen. And so she heads back to the kitchen to make, food for all you guys. And you're like, oh, yay! And you yell, do you have popsicles? And she says, of course I have popsicles. I'll get the popsicles out of the freezer. And you're just, yay! Everybody's so excited. And you're playing it looks like Terrance and his brother are playing some little game on the PS2 or something like that. Maybe, yeah.
We should get bagel
Okay,
bites.
so do I really feel like this little kid, or is it adult me in the kid?
Would you like to try and break the spell that is on you?
Yes.
You will need to make a discipline roll.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Nice.
7.
Okay. You can feel that there's definitely some kind of spell that's been put on you, and you are able to shrug it off. You still look like little 9-year-old you, but you can also see kind of but it's more of a ghostly image over your adult body.
Okay.
Okay. You no longer feel like a kid. Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to look around at these other kids that are with me.
You can see kind of that there's these hazy kid-like personas overlaid on their adult bodies. You can see them. These are the people.
So
who
I
came in.
recognize the people I came with.
Right, exactly. Except for the little boy that's sitting on the couch playing the video game. He just looks kind of hazy and indistinct. And Miss Clara looks the same way. You can see her back in the kitchen. She's opened the freezer to
And
get
I
out
don't recognize the boy.
No, you remember Terrance had a brother who was younger than him. You're pretty sure he died in a drive-by when Terrance was like maybe 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before I try and shrug off another, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm gonna try and engage the little boy.
Okay.
Well, Mortal Kombat.
Anybody? Well, before we do that, anybody else? You notice that she looks different. Okay.
Yeah.
The girl that she was looks kind of hazy and indistinct. So you're thinking something odd is up. If you would like to try and remove this spell, you cannot. You guys can make a discipline check. It's a magic thing. So yeah.
Got you.
No, I'm about this. We're about to get snacks.
Okay, there you go. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
So we still
I
don't
embrace
that
it.
popsicle.
I got a 3.
Well,
even if we have to discipline and conviction and stuff.
you can roll discipline, yeah, if you'd
Okay.
like. But this is kind of a counterspell, and you can't really counterspell. Now, that being said, other wizards can counterspell for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a 3.
Yeah, you're looking forward to snacks. You're hoping she brings in some of those little what are the little plastic pops that you cut the end off? Yeah, icy pops and stuff like that. And you're hoping she makes the good purple Kool-Aid and maybe brings some cookies.
Red's the best.
Oh, red Kool-Aid, right? Red Kool-Aid's the best. So that's what you guys are all excited about. You guys are also excited about it
blue's
too.
the best.
Red Kool-Aid supremacy.
Now, Jody, if you want to, you can try and counterspell the spell that is on them as well.
Yeah.
The rest of you guys are, if you want to try.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
You were going to talk to the little boy.
yeah, I was gonna see if maybe he's the center of it.
Well, when you say something, what do you say to the little boy?
Do I remember Terrance's? Was his brother's name Leon? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Leon.
Hey, Leon,
thanks.
how are you doing?
He turns towards you, and you notice, he have brown skin. His face turns completely black. His eyes glow red, and he says, "Leave my friends alone!" And he drops the controller. What's your alertness?
0.
It is Mortal Kombat time, so you're going to have to defeat Leon. Now, this being said, because you have shrugged off the influence of the spell, you have an ongoing block of +4 because you are no longer influenced by the spell.
Okay.
So Leon has an initiative of +2. He goes first. He takes a swing at you with strangely long arms.
I was also hoping you
Do
were
I
going to say
think
with
I'm
the
a kid
controller.
right now?
You do.
His arms are the controller.
He got a
Can
+1.
your mom call my mom? I want to go home.
He got a +1, so he did overcome the block. You got to defend against a 5 attack.
Okay. What am I rolling?
You are rolling
Is
to
it
defend against his
discipline?
swing, so it's you can roll either discipline or
Conviction,
fists.
Endurance.
Ooh, that's not bad.
4.
You're going to take a 1 stress hit.
Okay.
Not a big
Wait,
deal.
hang on. He said he can defend with discipline or fists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your discipline's +5.
5.
+1 is 6.
Oh, I get 6.
Okay.
Can't do math.
No.
Hello.
So you swing at him and you go, "This isn't right," and his hand passes straight through you, and you realize that there's something not right about this whole situation.
Is that my whole action?
That was his attack. So what are you going to do? You can attack him back or counterspell if you want.
Now that I see that, I'm going to counterspell. I'm going to start counterspelling these guys.
Who are you going to counterspell? You only do one per turn.
I'm going to go with the dragon.
Okay.
I'm not sure what he can do. It's either the dragon or him, but I'm going to go for the dragon because he's bigger.
Make your roll.
I think.
Mhm.
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, yeah, he has
Volt's
physique
pretty
for
damn
that.
big.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And he's
Discipline.
toughness and strength.
So roll discipline.
Ooh. What's your discipline?
I just got a 3.
Okay, you are not able to counterspell him. He still thinks he's waiting for snacks. Okay.
Okay.
That brings us around.
I'm intently playing the game.
Yeah, you are. You're playing quite well until he's not paying attention to you. The rest of you are waiting for snacks. We're gonna go back around to Leon. Leon's gonna swing at you
Just
again.
imagine like trying to Terrance, your brother's being a jerk.
Yeah, right.
Not now. I'm playing a game.
He gets a
always a
5 again, so you're gonna need to defend, Judd, with discipline or fists again.
Can we be playing the bouncer?
Sure.
Yes.
Seems reasonable.
I'm playing as Volt Kruger.
Of course you are. Because yes. Jody, you got to defend. Ooh, that's a good defense. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. You defend against his attack easily. Again, you tell him, "You're not Leon," and the strikes just pass right through you. Back around to your turn. You gonna counterspell again? Wow.
3.
Again, you cannot counterspell the dragon. Back around
Sorry,
to
guys.
Leon's attack.
Hey, you're doing your best.
I think Leon was stopped by your block, so you don't have to defend because you have a +4 block that's going right now. Right?
Counterattack! For crying out loud!
Are you counterspelling or what?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
counterspelling.
What'd you get?
6.
All right. You're sitting there playing, and all of a sudden you realize that the Bouncer is a game that you've never actually played.
Don't tell me that.
And PlayStation 2s don't. And you're not even sure how you'd get a PlayStation 2 at this point. They're you might have to get one from a GameStop, but why on earth would you be playing on this old system? I mean, you know what video games are. You're Volt.
Instead of a PlayStation 3 or something.
And maybe very beginnings of 4, and you're kind of like, what is going on? And all of a sudden, the you no longer feel like a little kid anymore, and you turn towards Leon, and you're like, why did you have me play this lame game that I've never? What are you doing? And you realize that Leon is attacking Dela.
And Leon looks freaky.
He's actually kind of elongated into this kind of weird shadowy shape with red eyes that's swinging at her, and she's like, no, you can't hurt me. You're not Leon. I know Leon. And the attacks are passing right through her. So what would you like to do? What's your alertness? It's +2?
Yes.
Okay, so you may attack. You're tied with Leon.
Yeah, so I see...
And you're still in half-dragon form, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you still got your claws and stuff.
I see Dela getting attacked by this beast, and I will thwart him. Or try to, depending on the rolls. It's awful.
Jeez. 0, right?
Yeah, so my fists are +4 to hit.
Okay, you got him. So you have a attack of 4. So he's gonna have to. That's gonna take him out. So you are able to shrug the spell off of Leon, and Volt turns around and slashes across him and tears holes in this shadowy material that he's made of. And he starts leaking this weird shadowy substance, and then eventually just kind of sinks into the floor.
No, but I mean,
At which point, Miss Clara from the kitchen goes, Leon! And comes storming in from the kitchen. She no longer looks like Miss Clara. This is a large, shadowy shape with red eyes, very, very spooky. She's quite a good bit bigger than the specter of Leon. So you're like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? So that brings us to probably your turn, which is okay. Yeah, probably your turn, which is +1.
I'm going to counterspell him.
Okay, make your roll. That's a good roll.
7.
Bobby, you no longer feel like Bobby. You look down and you're like, my name's not Bobby, it's Bunk.
If she did to me, I was going to have the same reaction.
And you're kind of like, and my arm really hurts. I don't know what this is all about.
Icy?
Icy. Put the icy on my arm. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So all of a sudden you can see that Miss Clara is no longer this sweet and kindly little lady who is bringing stuff out for you to eat, but she's this hulking, shadowy creature that is coming toward you with flaming red eyes and kind of this nebulous, shadowy form. It's really, really creepy. So, what do you want to do? When's your alertness?
2.
2. Okay, so you're good to go then.
I've learned my lesson. I'm throwing up a shield.
Yeah. All right. So, are you throwing up your shield with armor or just your shield spell?
My shield spell.
Okay, so that's your rope shield spell?
My rope, yeah.
Okay, what does that do for you exactly?
It's a +6. That's what it says.
Right, so you don't have to make any rolls.
That's great.
You now have a +6 block or 3 armor. And remember, armor subtracts directly from damage all the time. If they get past a block, the block's gone. Okay.
Okay.
So your choice.
Shield.
All right, so you take out your mouthpiece and you can see this kind of ripple of force pops up in front of him. Looks like Miss Clara is going to have to go through something pretty serious. So that brings us to the other +2, which is you. Miss Clara is running towards you. She's going to go right after you.
I'm going to try and grapple her.
Okay, you're a grappler.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There have been a software
So what do I need to
update
do
and
to
it's like on a
grapple? I
timer.
haven't read.
You have to roll to hit, I believe, if you're going to grapple her.
Okay, so roll a fist roll.
Yes.
So when using might to modify another skill, it always provides a +1. Can I use my might to add to this? Because it's
Right, for sure. So it gives you a +1
my
to your
fist
fist
is
attack.
1 lower. Okay,
Right,
so
yeah.
I get a +1 to fist to grapple. Okay, alright. So my fist is like a 5. Those cancel out. So
6.
yeah.
Okay, she's
6.
gonna try and defend. Yeah, wow, that's interesting. So yeah, she does not defend. You beat her with style. So
Ooh,
you
nice.
essentially have grappled her, and you get a free tag on it.
So when she goes to, I guess, slash at me, can I kind of tuck and barrel underneath her, flip her over my shoulder on the ground, and then pin her?
Sure.
All right. Cool.
And remember,
So
you get a free tag, or you could also
Yeah.
pass that tag off to someone and say, "Hey, I've got her pinned. Take her out now." Okay, and so they can tag that aspect of restrained for free. Okay, that's how that works when you succeed with style.
I'll pass the tag.
Who's next?
Are you gonna?
I'm going to counter.
I'll pass the tag.
There you go.
Also, this
Well, you've already
also,
gone this round, though, right? But
Yeah.
you can still use it
the
later.
next
Yeah.
round. This allows you to inflict. So roll might at +1 whenever using that skill in conjunction with grappling.
Right.
This allows you to inflict a 2 stress hit on an opponent as a supplemental action during a grapple.
Okay. So she takes 2 stress. Right.
Okay. I wasn't sure what exactly supplemental action during a grapple
right.
is, but
Okay. So she takes a 2
so I
stress
can also
hit.
damage with grapples.
Right.
because
Right.
of
Which
my
is
strength.
right. So you can actually take people out with it. Normally they would just go unconscious or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay.
So that was 2, and +1 you're counterspelling who? Okay. Make your roll.
Because she had the big shiny sword.
Yes, she does.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a good roll. Wow, where were those?
It's
All
that
right.
friendship,
Oh,
the
yeah.
power of friendship.
That's right. So, Lori, you no longer feel like Lori. You feel like Marissa. You now have you're like, wait, what? I have a sword. Why am I sitting around waiting for, sandwiches? What? I am a street preacher. And so the kind of the feeling of being a little kid falls away from you. And so now you can see that actually he's grabbed this shadowy grandmother figure and slammed her to the ground and is holding her in place.
This day keeps getting weirder.
Yeah, it's pretty weird,
Okay.
gotta say.
I'll ask her, be like, master?
You're not sure. I mean, it might be, might not be. Yeah.
Can I make? I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. You have no clue. Might be, maybe not.
Threat.
Got it. Yeah.
Stabby, stabby, go.
I will attack with the sword.
Yes.
Okay, so how this works is
Is the
I
sword
add
or
my
focus
weapons,
stick?
but also the sword itself has
Find out.
a plus. Oh, it says -3. What does that mean? Oh, that means that's how much it cost me
Right.
to take
So
it. Okay,
you have to
okay.
roll to hit first with weapons.
Got you.
Ooh.
Hey?
Okay,
Good.
that's
That's
6.
Okay. She can defend, but I'm going to put it at +0 because she can't really nimbly dodge out of the way. So, all right. So what'd you get?
6.
All right. So your weapon rating on your sword is 3?
My sword's a 3.
I think that's sort of 3, yeah.
Because I think like great sword and swords like
Right.
that, like y'all's are
3.
3.
Pretty sure it's a 3. Okay, so you
Nines
add
and
3 to it. You do
club, I guess
6
that's a
points
2.
of damage to her. Wow. She takes a 4 stress hit and a minor consequence. So she is not out yet, but you swing your sword through her, stab her through the shoulder, and she lets out this inhuman shriek of pain. So yeah, you definitely hurt her pretty badly. That brings us to, that was in plus...
It was a 6.
Okay, but yeah,
A
but you're
0.
you're 0.
She's 0.
Oh, yeah, I'm 0.
You're still ensorcelled.
Yep.
You've gone. Have you gone yet, Jody?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, you
I'm on-
counterspelled,
Yeah,
right?
so it's got to be these two.
So back to the top of the round. She's going to try and break loose from you. What's your might?
My might is a +5.
Okay, make a might check.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, +1.
Do I get a +1 from Inhuman Strength? or
Yes,
anything like
yes,
that?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, so this is all story of my life, everything canceling out. So from the +1 from Inhuman Strength, the 6 is
You
my
still beat her.
score.
Yeah, she only got a +3. So yeah, she's still restrained very much. So that's other +2. Yes.
All right. I guess I'll pull out the mouthpiece and
You're gonna try and
blast.
blast her to pieces. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's a wow.
Nice.
That's a nice roll. What was your discipline?
5.
So you
Yeah.
did a 9 strength hit on her. That's
like-
well. She gets to defend. Hold on. She gets to defend.
You put the mouthpiece to her forehead and go,
Yeah.
Wow. She got a -1. So you did a 10 streak
Blow
hit
her
on
hair
her.
back now.
You go
yeah, literally.
like that, and all of a sudden you feel the ground vibrate underneath, and she lets out another shriek, and then just black smoke, just comes pouring out and dissipates away from her. And all
we
of
all
you
look
feel
at
like
him.
all of you feel like yourselves again. You don't get a cross. Sorry. No. And you realize you're standing in a circular room that's stone. You think it would be like the bottom floor of a tower. And off in front of you, there's another set of wooden doors. Looks very medieval, kind of like the ones you just came through.
So he's out of the spell?
Yeah,
or
the spell's
okay.
broken, yeah.
Right.
Well, when Clara was destroyed, then, yeah, the spell broke.
I look towards Bunker like,
So is this level
make sure I don't
1?
mess with you.
Yeah, right?
Lucky shot.
Yeah, sure. That's what it was.
That sounds like an aspect. Lucky shot.
Ow, my arm hurts.
Yeah,
right?
I was thinking, good embouchure.
Yeah, right. Wow, right, yeah. So, what do you want to do?
Lips of steel. There you go.
Yeah,
Lips of steel. There's a new aspect. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of confusion followed by, this isn't my house.
Why didn't I get any red Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
And where's the PlayStation 2?
Oh, my turn next.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Today on the Dresden Downloads, we're talking about vampires. Now, vampires in the Dresden Files are a little different than vampires in common lore. There are 3, maybe 4 courts of vampires. The most common one are the White Court vampires. White Court vampires are stronger than humans, faster than humans. They feed on emotions. They also are not affected by sunlight or garlic or holy water or holy symbols, for all that matter. Then there's the Red Court vampires. Now, the Red Court vampires can turn people into vampires by biting them or draining their blood, and they basically look like giant bats. But they have what's called a flesh suit or a skin suit that makes them look human. Now, when they lose control of their emotions or when they really want to do something big and bad, they bust out of this skin suit and look like giant bats. The Black Court vampires are probably more like the typical vampires that you've heard about. In fact, in the Dresden verse, it said that the reason that Bram Stoker wrote the book Dracula was to out the Black Court vampires and the ways you could fight them. So the Black Court vampires are very much like your typical vampires in literature.